Hello bass family and welcome to Everything Bass. Today we are going on with the Hyperneck study, and this is unit 4, so that means obviously there's 3 others that are already uploaded. And these are a technical exercise, but they're really designed for you to learn the notes of your fingerboard. I'm going to kind of probably repeat something I said before, but when I was the head bass counselor at Bass Institute of Technology, part of Musicians Institute, part of my job was auditioning bass players coming in, and then once they were accepted but yet had not attended yet, I was to try to get them comfortable, prepared. And through my own experience going there as a student, and then kind of being able to see students who were struggling in their first semester, I realized that learning the notes of your fingerboard can really improve your musical, obviously improves your musicality, but if you're going to be attending a school or even going to a bass camp, anything you might be doing, it will make the path easier if you just know where the notes on your fingerboard are. So I came up with this Hyperneck study, which usually deals with just 2 strings on the bass, and then you work up the fingerboard as opposed to across the fingerboard. And I asked my students to say the notes out loud as they play them. I think that really helps you in the memorization of it. So that's enough preamble, let's get into it. So today we're doing the same 2 strings that we've started with on all the previous units. We're going to use the D string and the G string. And we're going to add a key. And I know sometimes some of you guys go, keys, they confuse me, or I can't remember them. Well, this is another way to remember them, because I'm not going to do all 12 keys today. I'm going to focus on 1 key. And if you practice this, you're going to have this key down, I promise you. So we're doing the key of G. Now the key of G, what makes it the key of G is that all the notes are natural, but the F is sharped. So if you were to say the notes of a key of G, they're the same as the notes of a G Ionian or G major scale, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So that's the notes in the key. Now we're going to learn our fingerboard in the key of G, which means we're going to play every note natural, but when we get to F, we're going to sharp it. So this is what that looks like. So just like in the previous, we start on the lowest frettable note on the D string that's in the key, and that's happens to be E on the 2nd fret. So right away we're playing E, but instead of playing F like we've done before, we play F sharp. Then we play G. So right there we've got E, F sharp, G. Now on the next string we do the same thing. We play the natural notes that are in that position, A, B, C. So here's the first pattern. Now we shift up to the next note in the key, which is F sharp, and we play the consecutive notes in the key. F sharp, G, A, B, C, D. Now likewise we just keep going, and it sounds like this starting from the first pattern. Now I kind of paused every time an F sharp came up, just so you would see that that's the difference from the previous unit. So now you can actually do this pattern up and down. Now in the future, I will have units where I move it to other sets of strings, but you don't have to wait for me. You could start on this B and do the notes on the A and the D string. So you could go B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, and just move up, move up, move up. There's so much benefit to this. Yes, it's a technical exercise, so you'll get your hands in sync, and left hand will get more independent. You'll strengthen your fingers. Maybe you'll break out of some muscle memories that have been limiting your playing. But you're going to come away with the fact that you know what the key of G is. Key of G, all notes are natural, F is sharp. And that by itself, man, boom, opens doors. So you're going to see as we go on, I'm going to add different keys in. So incrementally, in a very comfortable way, you're going to start learning your key signatures. Knowing your key signatures, knowing the notes of your neck, that's going to so much expand your musicality. It's going to make learning new things faster, thus less scary or less complicated. All right, so practice it. Let me know what you think about it. Put it in the comments below. Really give it a shot. Put it in a couple days of your practice and let me know, what you thought of it and how it worked out for you. Now today's, oh boy. Today's Encore Items, I have a heavy heart with, because yesterday Neil Peart, the amazing drummer and lyricist musician from the band Rush, passed away. And Neil had a huge impact on my life. If you can indulge me, I'll explain to you why a bass player is so impacted by the mastery that is Neil Peart. And I know some people say Peart. It's just never felt right, so I don't want to disrespect him, but I understand it is probably Peart, but I always said Neil Peart. So, when I was 18, I was working at a guitar store in Chico, California, and the store had some slow times, and so I would pick up Guitar Player magazine, read it, Guitar World magazine, Guitar Practice Musician, all these magazines we carried. And when those ran out, I started picking up Modern Drummer magazine, and it was so amazing that the very first issue of Modern Drummer I picked up had a section where they interviewed bass players about what they liked in drummers, and likewise drummers about what they liked in bass players. So it was the first issue I ever read. There was this cool little article, and I learned, like in my infancy as a bass player, I learned, oh wow, okay, wow, this is important. Oh, don't do that, you know, and that was so important. And I really enjoyed the writing, the editing was great, so I just started reading it. And I had already known about Rush, and I'd known about Neil. But then I started reading articles about him or things, and it just got deeper and deeper. Now fast forward to just getting every recording Rush ever did, which I have, and I believe I have every live concert on DVD or Blu-ray that they've ever done, and documentaries. I mean, I love Rush. But today's Encore Item is something that amazed me, and I bought it just because I am a Rush fan, and you'll be surprised. Okay, so enough of this. So it is his now it's DVDs. Initially it was 2 VHS, but now it's probably Blu-ray, but I had it on VHS and I had it on DVD. It's his instructional, it's hard to say, it's instructional compendium called A Work in Progress. And it's not your traditional drum lesson video by any stretch of the imagination. To give you a synopsis, he, well on his way in his career, winning all these awards, doing these amazing drum solos, just being an amazing musician, he felt limited by his technical abilities. Neil thought he was limited. Okay, enough. Yet he was putting together the Burning with Buddies recordings, and which are awesome. You should check them out. And if my memory serves correct, Steve Smith from Journey and from Vital Information, he was performing, and Neil had been following him. They're friends for a long time. But all of a sudden there was a new aspect to Steve's playing that just floored Neil. Neil was amazed what a big leap in musicality that Steve had. So long story short, Steve had gone back and taken lessons from a gentleman. And so Steve gave him the information. Neil not only took lessons, changed everything, went from, I believe, match grip to traditional grip, changed the way he was actually striking the drums, all this. And that amazed me. And that has forever changed how I approach this instrument. Because if a guy who's as amazing as Neil is, I just can't say it was. Can't say it was. Sorry. He went back, and he didn't get complacent. He started learning again, and it was hard. It had to be frustrating to start all over. We're talking at the very beginning of rudiments, because he wanted to be better, and that has changed how I view this instrument. That is why you've heard me say on previous videos, I don't limit anything. If I see someone using a new technique, I don't go, oh, that's stupid. No, I want to try it out. I want to feel what it sounds like, or hear what it sounds like, and get it under my fingers. If someone uses a new effect, I'm going to probably try it out. I don't want to put any limitations on who I can be, and I want to be learning the bass up to the day I pass away, and hopefully reinventing myself. So if you guys want to have a total amazing experience, plus Neil is such an intelligent man, and presents this journey he was on, and he does. There are videos of him playing and things like that, but check it out. It's amazing. A work in progress, and I double checked. You can still buy it from many retailers. But yeah, and if you just want to say thank you to Neil, and you already own all of you own all of their recordings and all their everything else. But get this, and believe me, that will go to his family, and it will make him smile. Okay, man, sorry to end on such a heavy note, but it's a hopeful note too, because I want you to share in that. I also, sidebar, I've read all but his last books. Masked Rider, Ghost Rider, Traveling Tunes, all these, they're amazing. So amazing. Even if you just go on and listen to them on Audible, or you download them on a Kindle or similar reading device, but check them out. You'll get a better appreciation, if you don't already know, of who Neil was, and yeah, I love those books. So thank you so much. Definitely Hypernext Study Unit 4, practice it up, let me know what you think, and check out A Work in Progress by Neil. Lastly, it means so much to me. It'll cheer me up today, because I think I'm going to be sad all day. If you could just hit the subscribe button, get the subscription numbers to the channel up if you haven't. If you have, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. And then of course hit the like and subscribe. Like, subscribe, and the bell icon if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. And share it with a friend. You know, if you think someone could benefit from this, if you're a teacher and you think your students could benefit from this video or any of my videos, please share it with them, and let's just grow this. I want the community to be players from all over the world, players of every level. People who just bought their bass home from the music store, they go on YouTube, and if this is the first video they see, come, join our family. Share ideas. Don't get frustrated. Don't give up. If you hit a roadblock, we can help you. We, not just me, we can help you. So just ask, and we'll be there for you. Thank you guys, and I'll see you later.